And please hit the notification bell so you you know what, the fan brush was with it the whole time. Duh. Hello pretty people. I recently was delivered the Colourpop Mulan palette, and while I was buying, I decided to pick up the Midnight Masquerade palette because I am a massive fan of the Disney designer It's a Princess Thing palette. It gets some regular use, as you can see. I think I'm gonna go with the Mulan palette today. Oh, I don't know, they're both so beautiful. Ooh. But then I also picked up this Lippie pencil in Obvi. It's like this nice dark mauve colour. My skin is horrendous right now. But then also I picked up a few other random things. Now, I have been a fan of Sam and Nick Chapman for a long time, since the beginning really. There's these lovely women. I haven't bought any of their brushes for a long time because I do find they are on the pricier side. But I picked up the Brush Goals collection, the Glamour and Frosted Finish. And then I picked up an e.l.f. highlighter. I've never used any of the e.l.f. highlighters before, but e.l.f. have been impressing me lately. So I shall see how I like it. I'm going to try a few of the brushes. I think the reason I decided to go into a little bit of a habit of buying brushes because I have realised I really need to start having my kit brushes and my own brushes so that I don't get in trouble if I... Like last week, for example, I worked on a student film and one of the days I had a later start. So I was like, you know, I'm going to put some makeup on. But most of my kit was on set because I'd left on set because my kit is quite heavy. And so I was using what I had left that I keep personally, but I had very few brushes. And so trying to do any eye look at all with not a lot of brushes was not easy. So I think I've destroyed the box. I hate destroying packaging. I hate getting rid of packaging, especially when they're pictured on the back. And as beautifully as that, I admire these women so much. Ooh. So the brushes look lovely. So we have there's the Ultimate Buffing Brush, and like the rest of the Real Techniques brushes, they do have the flat bottoms so you can stand them. There is a blending crease brush. These are lovely. This is the full coverage eye brush. It's more of a flat edge. An expert concealer brush. And there's a fan brush. Now I feel like some of the brushes aren't anything new to the collection. They're kind of favorites but just repackaged. It does say on the back that the crease brush and the buffing brush are new designs. So I'm looking forward. Obviously I'll be using them in conjunction with favorites. I ate a lot. So I'm going to do my primer, my foundation, concealer here. Then I'll do the rest of my face. So as usual, going in with my favourite Flower Beauty Inner Prime Hydrating Primer. So basically, before I continue with my skin, we are here for these palettes mostly. So this is a beautiful This is of course the Mulan palette in conjunction with the movie that came out this year. I am yet to see it. I am a massive fan of the original. It's one of my favorites growing up. I have heard a lot of things about the recent one. I'm not sure if plus the idea that Disney Plus make you pay an extra $30 on top of your subscription to watch it. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I've also heard a few things about insensitive places that they filmed, but I'm not going to go into that in a makeup video. So I'm going to describe this palette using the Colourpop descriptions, and I'm going to use my glasses, and holy moly, they are filthy. So this retails for $22. Okay, so Imperial is described as a nude taupe. Strike and Match is an icy champagne with pinpoints of bronze. Be Swift, which is a vibrant warm gold. Fighter is a peachy beige. Like a Girl, which I think might actually be one of my favorites. This is a silver taupe. Warrior, which is a warm terracotta with silver green gold duochrome effect. Honor, which is a cool deep brown. Loyal, which is a rich red with gold flecks. Brave is a warm mid-tone brown loaded with gold pearl. Strength is a rich terracotta. True is a cool blackened brown. Undefeated is a ruby red. Defiant is a black loaded with silver and gold pearl. Guiding Spirit is a deep red brown. And then Legacy is a chocolate brown with gold pearl. And they are all very lovely. And then I have the Midnight Masquerade palette, which has been out for over, like, I reckon nearly 2 years. But it is pure joy to me. Like, Disney is pure joy to me. And just look how lovely that is. So it's kind of a continuation of the Princess palette, but I guess these are characters. Oh no, there is no, scratch that. There is Rapunzel, who is royalty. Did you know the characters that married into royalty are the ones that wear gloves? So Tiarna, Belle, Cinderella. There's probably more, but they're the ones that marry into royalty, and they have the opera gloves with their ball gowns. So, I truly don't know what I'm going to create. I feel like I really should keep to the Mulan palette. Yeah, I'm gonna keep to the Mulan palette mostly, but I'm going to put some accents from, sorry, I had to take my jacket off. Take some accents from Midnight Masquerade. So, I have primed my face. I'm gonna put on some foundation. This is the Ordinary Coverage foundation. I'm back to my normal one because I'm trying a new brush, so I want to know what my favorite is like. Oh, you know what? That is lovely. My ultimate favorite foundation brush is the 104 Buffer brush from Zoeva. Could this be your favorite? Not sure. I do like the flat top though of that one. I think there's a little bit softer coverage. My skin is atrocious. I have a zit right on the lip. Not on the lip line, but on the lip. And another in the eyebrow. So these brushes were released in 2018 because it says so on the box. What else I'm going to do is I am going to take the same thing but in 31R, and I'm going to use it as liquid bronzer. Now in my last video when I did the you choose my makeup thing and I said liquid bronzer, this is what I meant. I actually don't own a liquid bronzer, but I often use a concealer or a foundation. I've been leaning towards this because it is the same formula, so it'll blend in beautifully. But while I still have that brush, I'm going to take a smidge of 31R. Just warm it up a little bit. I'm going to tie my hair, the bulk of my hair back. I feel much more warmed up. Take some of my favorite concealer in with this brush. I have been taking the Fair Beige, this is e.l.f. Camo Concealer by the way, Fair Beige and Light Peach. Yeah, because like I said in the last video, one's too yellow, one is too pink. I just take a dab of both. Now last video I put way too much on because I was kind of doing it carelessly and I kind of just went all over underneath the eye. What I have been doing lately is the Robert Welsh technique, because everyone's been doing Robert Welsh techniques lately. Through here and then up through here. And usually I do this with a sponge, but of course I have these and I'm trying these out. So I like to leave them there for a little while, and this is the technique I learned from Cody J Artistry. Leave it there, wait for it to sink into the skin, and that makes it a little bit more pigmented. Then you blend it out. This looks ridiculous right now. And it is because I did use the warmer foundation. So I'm going back in and reblending that. It's going softly over that concealer with the warmer foundation. Now I'm going to go in that same brush and use some P. Louise base. I always think of Kaylee Cashel. I hear that.
Couldn't find my P. Louise base.
Because I think she was the one that introduced a lot of people to that product. I'm even taking that brush for my powder. Wiping away that excess. So, in with the Mulan palette. I think I'm gonna go Imperial first and start off with a transition shade, because transition shades are of utmost importance to me. So this is this first one. Oh, okay. So what I've realized is there is a lot of kickback. I'm gonna take a palette with a mirror. Blends nicely. Hardly even dipping in, I'm actually just taking what's left of the kickback. The brush is nice as well. I feel like it's long enough that you can sort of tape it in. So when I need to get it into the crease, it does that perfectly. I'm going to take that same shadow very gently on the lid brush and take that underneath the eyes. Okay, I have a bit of an idea of the colours I want to go. I have done so many reds and things like that on my channel, and this is no exception. So you know what, I think I'm going to take Strength. And then repeat that same one. Now I am eyeing off Gaston. Would it be me a true Beauty and the Beast fan without making some sort of reference? Probably not. So yeah, this is Gaston from Midnight Masquerade. And really I'm just layering up these transition shades. I'm actually going to take that flat brush and take some Gaston along the lid. And it's okay, the long lid. Maybe it's the brush. Okay, I think that's much better for lower lash line. I'm going to take a brush that I feel like is more suitable. It is another Real Techniques brush, but it's one of their original Beige shadow brushes. Oh yeah, that's much better. Picks up a lot more product, I believe. So this is, you know, like Gaston's coat. Now I am going to take Quasimodo on that same flat brush, that same Real Techniques brush. Thinking of Hunchback of Notre Dame, not only I love it, like I grew up in love with it. Then of course I found out that Victor Hugo wrote it, which of course was the author of Les Miserables. But I truly believe that Frollo is the worst villain of all because he's so real. Even in the Disney movie where it's clearly sugar coated, he's like trying to come on to Esmeralda, and it's in a really creepy way. Like he's smelling her hair, so we know his intentions. Using the fluffier brush for that. Also, the actor who voiced Frollo was Monsieur Duquette, I think that's the pronunciation, in the 91 Beauty and the Beast, who was the asylum owner that they tried to send Maurice to. His name was Tony J and he died in 2002. Okay. So, I am going to do a cut crease because you didn't allow me to do a cut crease in my last video. I ended up doing a halo eye. I wasn't a particularly precise halo eye because I did use glitter, but that's okay. Taking some more of the Peel Away's base. I'm just drawn to this colour called Loyal. It's this red with gold flecks in it. So I'm going to take some of my beloved e.l.f. glitter glue, which is actually a brand new tube, and I'm going to regret opening this. Oh, it's not, it has been used. That's alright. I used one set last week, that's right. Why am I putting on that hand? Smallest amount. And then tap that till it's tacky. And I'm going to use my finger for this because it's always best to use the finger for glitters. But that's with hardly even swiped. Okay, cleaning that away. Taking some more Quasimodo. Okay, so what I've found, it is hard to, of course I used a finger, so that's normal, but I did find it hard to get a precise. I'm not sure if I love the quality of that shadow. I might put a little bit of floating lantern over the top of that. Just a little bit more pink. Putting a little bit more glue there. Okay, so this is a lot less pressed. Actually, you know what? I do quite like the combination. There are tiny gold flecks from Loyal, but there are some nice chunks from floating lanterns. I like the different textures. Okay, so what I'm really keen to do is make a smoky liner out of Defiant. Looks a little bit rubbish now, but so I'm going to take some of Defiant. And then I'm going to take something softer. I'm going to take Gaston and blend that into Defiant. I'm going to take a little bit of Damsel to blend the top of that out. So going back in with Gaston, blending that into the glitter. Okay, so much for glitter cut crease. It's just glitter now, and that's okay. I'm gonna go with smoky liner. Taking some more of the pencil that I use. This is from DB, by the way. This is the Pigment Plus water resistant retractable pencil. I'm going to take more of a little bit of a mixture of Quasimodo and Gaston. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to take some more glitter glue once again. And I'm going to take Strike and Match from the Mulan palette. Don't tell me that's a bit of an overspray. The chunkiest stuff is on top. Move a little bit of Strike and Match up into... Actually, I like that. So I'm just going to go away now and do my contour, my blush, and my brows. Come back because I've got a highlighter to try. And then I'm going to do lashes and lips, and then we're done. So I thought I'd just show you now. I realised that True would be a great colour for brows because it's quite a taupey shade. And it saves me getting out my 35W palette. So I'm taking my Inglot 31D brush. I went through my brows with a spoolie and the Tanya Louise brow pomade, which is a favourite product of mine, and of course Tanya and I are Tanya's a personal friend of mine. Always brush up when you're doing brows. I said I was going to do brows off camera, but I decided to show you that shade. Right, so I'm spraying my face with, this is the Revolution Sport Fix. I don't like the smell of it, but it's good. I'm actually up to here. I'm due for some more. So I am using the e.l.f. Metallic Flare Highlighter in white gold. I think it takes a few little swipes and things to get. Try this brush first. Yeah. I was making a shine. Not loving this formula. Okay, I'm going to try that on a different brush. This is my normal brush. I think this is the Inglot 20p or something like that. Oh yeah, that's better. My lighting. Okay, I'm going to use the same lashes as in my last video. These are Emberly from Swatch Queen. I've got the box here. And of course, if you use the code Tiarna Ellen on the Swatch Queen website, you can get 10% off your purchase. I feel like the liner is quite dramatic, so I'm going with a dramatic lash. Still yet to use Lilith. Okay, and then I'm going to use Obvi from Colourpop, which is one of the Lippie pencils. I also realised that I've hit pan in my contour. Actually, that is a very flattering shade for me. I'm gonna go the same lip combo as I did in my last video because you know what? I like it. So this is Blushing Brown from e.l.f. Actually, that's almost a match. Okay, maybe a smidge more, that might be enough. So basically you want to wait until it's tacky, and when it's, you can see when it's kind of patchy, that is the best time to apply it. And that, pretty people, is my finished look using Colourpop's Mulan and Midnight Masquerade palette from Colourpop, and their Lippie stick in Obvi. And then I have, of course, these brushes from Real Techniques. Some of them are great. This one was beautiful. This one I found okay. It's alright for a soft underneath the eye, but it doesn't pick up as much product as I thought it would. I don't know if it was the formula of the concealer or just this brush. It was okay. Might have been the formula of the concealer. This foundation blending brush I am very impressed with. Blends it beautifully. What can I say? I think that is lovely, and I'm going to continue to use that. And of course the fan brush, it was okay. Speaking of which, I did have a bit of a hard time initially with this highlight. I've seen a lot of people use fan brushes for their highlight. It didn't work for me. I had to revert back to my trusty Inglot. This is actually a contour brush, but it works perfectly for highlight, which is what I have been doing for a long time. So yeah, this highlight, initially I felt it and I thought it was a little bit hard, And it took a little bit of rubbing to actually get any pigment whatsoever. That's not going to show up anything, Tiarna. Even on the back of the hand. Oh, it shows up a little bit, but it's not super impressive. I'm going to give this a few more tries. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to be nice. The lip pencil, lovely colour. And I've been liking this lip combo, and it's almost, this is a little bit more on the sort of plum side maybe, whereas this is clearly more brown, but it's still a lovely lip liner for a lipstick like this. And of course the palettes, the Mulan and the Midnight Masquerade. This one, I guess it's a great, obviously I haven't tried all of them, I still need to try all of them, but I had 2 palettes to use, so I wanted a little bit out of all of them. This one was a great transition shade, initial transition shade. This one is wonderful for brows, it's the perfect cool tone for brows. And then I used a little bit of this one as part of my cut crease, which ended up just being a glitter smoke show. It was okay. I don't think it picked up as much glitter as I was hoping. This one I'm quite looking forward to. I love anything duochrome. I do have a bunch of shades like this though. And if I'm actually preferring Midnight Masquerade over the Mulan though. I used Gaston and Quasimodo, and I feel like my base blender brush picked up Gaston a lot better than this brush did. And then Quasimodo is absolutely lovely. And this floating lantern shade, this glitter, beautiful. It works beautifully. I'm actually looking forward to trying these 2 together. I might give that a play next time. And then I've got a little bit of Mama Odie on the Cupid's bow. But then I use a little bit of Damsel just to blend this out. Oh, and then I also used Defiant as my smoky liner. So I'm impressed. I am impressed. It's gonna take some more playing. So I have spoken for way too long. I have to go and edit this now. So if you like that, please comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. And please hit the notification bell so you are, of course, notified whenever I upload. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and stay classy, kids.